Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's get right into things. We know why we're here. I got my shirt on. So if you follow me on Instagram, I was contemplating about this review for literally a week. I had the pleasure and honor of attending the Joker, not to be confused with the Joker, it's just Joker world premiere here in Hollywood. They shut down all of Hollywood Boulevard and I walked the green carpet. Take a look. I want to touch on first in real life how this movie has been very complicated and kind of scary from the beginning. It went to Sundance and I think got an 8-minute standing ovation, and it's really just kind of been an eerie, like, what's going on with this movie type of vibe. Joaquin did not do any press. There's barely any write-ups about it. Outside of the world premiere, there were no other screenings. And it's like barely promoted. So it's kind of like, what is this movie about? What's going on? Is it on purpose? And then the threats of possible violence erupting in theaters, like, it's just crazy. We were on the carpet, we had to get wristbanded. There was a lot of like extra security, and it's not for hype, it is for sure. Like, I'm glad everybody's taking it serious, but it almost makes you need to see the movie even more because it's like, what's going on? This movie is a psychotic whirlwind. I keep trying to come up with clever sentences and ways to describe it, but man, it's hard. Let me just put this disclaimer out there. I am no comic book fanatic. I do not know everything about DC or Marvel or anything like that. I am just a huge movie fanatic. So when it comes to the movies, that's what I'm here to talk about. I wasn't really into superheroes as a kid. I think when the very first Spider-Man came out, I was like, oh, this is magical. But before that, it was Batman. The cheesy Michael Keaton's, just the Catwoman's. I really loved DC back then. When The Dark Knight came out, a whole new love formed. That cast, I don't know what it was. It was the directing, it was Christian Bale, it was Heath Ledger. Just for some reason, it all came together for me, and I was like, okay, hands down, that is my favorite Joker. But I'm still at a loss for words because there's just so many things going on that are amazing and terrifying at the same time. Joker, just, where do I begin? As far as TV and film, Joker has been played, I think, about 22 times, but we remember the top 4 Jokers of all time, and that is Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, Jared Leto, and now Joaquin Phoenix. So after I saw the film, I got flooded in my DMs and messages. How was it? Was it good? But the number one question was, did he top Heath Ledger? And I know that that's a very important question because up to date, that was the best performance we've seen of Joker, or in my opinion, a villain of all time. And I ranked them as the top 4 being 1 Heath Ledger, 2 Joaquin, 3 Jack Nicholson, and 4 Jared Leto, because I'm sorry, Suicide Squad did not do it for me. That's not the Joker I know. But as I muddled on it a couple days, I realized I can't really compare Heath and Joaquin because they are 2 totally different versions of Joker. And once you see the movie, you'll know why. And yes, you can go ahead and check it off your list. Yes, go see it. It's because we've never had a backstory of Joker on film, right? So there's nothing to judge it off of. It's not, this is better than this one, or this one is more true than this one. In The Dark Knight, we had a little bit of a backstory of why his mouth got cut, but we didn't even know if it was the truth. He could have been lying, because that's what he does. He said that his dad cut the sides of his mouth to put a smile on that face. And in this movie, we don't get Joker, like the true Joker, until the last 10 minutes. So you're seeing the buildup, you're seeing his crazy life leading up to that point. It's remarkable. First of all, I want to send out a prayer to Joaquin Phoenix. I don't know how you got into this role, and I don't know how you're getting out of it. The dedication and just the embodiment of this crazy, gritty, fragile character, it's just, as an actor, I'm like, I don't even know. Who do you study? What do you study? It's, just so y'all get what I'm saying. Joaquin Phoenix lost 52 pounds to get ready for this role. He signed on because he said it was so unique and so intricate, and he was ready for the challenge. 52 pounds? Can somebody put me in a movie so I can lose 52 pounds? Sorry, this review is gonna be all over the place because there's no structure. I don't know where to begin. Fun fact, Leonardo DiCaprio was considered before Joaquin. I don't think it would have went well. We know Leo too well in too many standout roles. I don't think I would have believed him as Joker. So as much as I love Leo, I'm really glad they went the other way. Joaquin made us love him, laugh at him, laugh with him, hate him, want to run away from him. Then to throw in, like, we don't even know what reality is. This dude is crazy. And that is an understatement. I think that superhero movies are getting better and better because we've left the world of super comic fiction where things are kind of silly and very unrealistic. We went from laughing at the Joker in like a clown comedy way to now we are scared of him. We don't know what he's capable of, and he's laughing the whole time, but it is not funny. You're scared of them. Who puts a phone and sews it in somebody's belly so that it blows up when somebody calls? Where Heath kind of brought us laughable moments because he was really sarcastic and witty. I do think this character can get there. We just haven't met him yet. But please don't expect to show up and get a good old laugh chuckle. If you're laughing, it's because it's like, oh, did that just happen? This film just gave me so many emotions. One character the whole time took me on this crazy roller coaster, and I wanted to get off the entire time, but I had to see where we were gonna end up. It was ugly, scary, sad, frightening, traumatizing, depressing. I literally left feeling nauseous. We stayed till the end of the credits. There was a huge applause, and I was kind of just like, I don't know what to do with myself. I feel queasy. Before we meet Joker, we meet him as Arthur Fleck. This is the innocent, sweet, misunderstood, challenged, nice man on the subway, just trying to make people laugh. In Act 1, you feel so sorry for Arthur. He's bullied, he's a made-for-hire clown, he has dreams of doing stand-up, but he has this uncontrollable laugh that he can't help, so it makes it really awkward when he's trying to tell jokes. He's extremely socially awkward. He has a couple of buddies at work, but I feel like they're kind of his friends just because they're scared of what might happen if they're not his friend. And he lives at home with his poor mother who can't really take care of himself. You're just like, poor guy, just come give me a hug. And then all of a sudden he turned into a dancer. I mean, it went from contemporary to a little bit of tap, a little bit of hip hop, and you never knew when it was coming because sometimes we heard the music, sometimes we didn't. Maybe the music was up here, like a lot of things for him. Then Act 2 happens, and things get a little crazy, a little dark, and a little what? Act 3 is where are my keys? I gotta go. By the end of the movie, That is not who he is anymore. I don't know much about director Todd Phillips, but I am such a fan now. I really appreciate the intimacy he brought us with this character and with this movie. While there were other people in it, 90% of the time it's us and Arthur, us and Joker. And he really caught those moments and those shots and those scenes, even without any lines, any dialogue, just to like cringe-worthy. Definitely Oscar-worthy. Oscar-worthy for sure. If he doesn't get one, if he's not nominated, I'm gonna be very, very surprised. Luckily, Heath Ledger, he got his award. Unfortunately, he was not here to see it. I know there's a lot of talk that it was because he had already passed away and it was kind of like honoring him, but I don't think so. If he was alive, he still deserved it. And I wish it wasn't even supporting. It should have been like the lead for villain. Oh, how could I forget how they tie in Bruce Wayne? Oh my gosh. I still don't know whether I want to believe this or that, but the way they are supposed to be connected is not anything I've heard of. So this is very interesting, and it creates a whole new timeline and relationship that makes things very, very complicated. This movie really is a risk if you think about it. Like, this deep, dark level of a film coming from Warner Brothers, I'm actually very, very surprised that they took it on, but also very, very proud somehow and impressed. Movies are leveling up every month. We can't even wait for summer blockbusters. It's just like year round. You don't know what's coming around the corner. You have to step it up. And this is a whole new genre that they're gonna have to take on. Warner Brother told me that you need to see it a second time because in the third act, Todd Phillips are putting so many little Easter eggs and clues and things that have to do with time. So they told me once he gets on the show, you'll know what that means. Start looking at clocks, license plates, signs. Somehow all these numbers correlate and mean something. And so now I'm like, great. Now I really do have to go back and look at this scavenger hunt. I would give it a 10 out of 10. And that's very surprising because, like I said, I left so uneasy and it leaves you so uncomfortable. But the performance and the cinematography and the cast, it was so good at what it was. And it was so different and a new spin. And it felt like the real world. It did not feel like a superhero film. In my opinion, DC is back on the map. They left it to where, of course, we have to see where this story goes with Arthur, Joker. At the end of the day, I still don't know what's real and what's not. I just wanted to share how absolutely creepy, cringy, and amazing this film was. I definitely think you should see it. Warner Brothers did not ask me to say this. These are my own views. I can't wait to stop having this alone feeling of, please somebody help explain, did this happen, did this not happen? Leave your questions and comments below. Thanks for stopping by. See you on the next movie review.